7 bags completely quilted for the outer bag and ready to go. I feel like we're finally getting to the point where all of the little pieces that I've been working on for months are finally starting to come together. So today I'm working on the last 3 Rosalie bags that still need to be quilted for the first 10. So here's 2 that are already cut out, but then I'm actually working on finishing one right now. So what I do is I cut out all of the batting and the foam for it, and then I just cut out the leather for all 10. So once these are done, every single one of these first 10 will be ready for assembly. So the grommets are here, the hardware is here, the lining is here, so I have the lining fabric that I'm gonna use, and all the leather is cut. So I do have 2 more rolls of leather right here that I'm going to cut up for the next 10. So we're getting through this 38. I'm excited. Last night I did have a chance to plug in the hot foil stamping machine and just try to get that going, because I have never used that type of machine before, so that was new. So these are the stamps that I got. So I got the one with the logo. I also got just Girlee, and then I have the one with the Rosalie and the number with a dash of 38, so that way I can write inside the bag with maybe like a gold marker the number. So instead of just getting a stamp with numbers on it, I just decided to go ahead and actually handwrite the number inside the bag. I just thought that would give it a more personal touch. So yeah, at this point I'm just trying to figure out how to put all the pieces together on the stamping machine. It wasn't very hard to put together, but the little piece of foil that they gave me, I didn't know how I was supposed to get it around this little wheel, because it didn't come on a roller or anything. So I'm sure it wasn't really meant to be put on the roller. But, you know, when you're learning and trying to figure things out, you're like, I don't really know what to do with this. Maybe if I just tape it onto the roller and then just roll it around the roller, it would look like the picture. But I'm sure the roll of foil that I purchased is going to fit on the wheel the way it's supposed to. So eventually you'll see that I just took that foil off of there when I was testing it out. But yeah, I used the little parameters reference guide to know how hot to make the machine in order to make sure that it has the right temperature to add the stamp. So the first test that I did, I could see the Rosalie pretty well, but I may have to start just adjusting the temperature, the pressure, and different things like that to make sure the stamp comes out really nice. So now I'm getting really close to being able to stamp them with the Rosalie and the number inside the bag. So I'm gonna work on mine first and actually stamp the one that I made, which will be 00 of 38. And see if we can get that going first. And then if I feel comfortable with the way that looks, then I'll start stamping all the little pieces that's gonna go inside each one of the Rosalie. I'm not gonna lie, this part has been a little bit of a learning curve, trying to get the temperature right, the pressure right. You know, they give you a little piece of like sample foil inside with the machine, but because I'm putting it inside the bags, I really want this part to look good. So today I'm gonna finish quilting the last 3. I'm gonna try to focus on mastering this stamping machine. Hopefully get the 00 prototype Rosalie stamp today. And once I master that, we're gonna be moving into the final pieces of this experience. The dust bag, the boxes, and the certificate of authenticity. So grab your coffee. Mine is a little late today, and let's get to work. All right, so now that I've played around with the hot foil machine a little bit, I'm putting all this away for now and getting back to these last 3 bags that I still need to quilt. And while I was sitting here sewing, I started thinking about something. I think one of the hardest parts of entrepreneurship is that you're trying to create a future that you can't actually see yet. You can have the vision, you can know what you want, you can invest the money, put in the hours, the skills to learn, but nobody can tell you exactly when or even how that investment is going to come back to you. And sometimes the return isn't money right away. Sometimes the return is knowledge. Sometimes it's confidence. Sometimes it's becoming capable of doing something today that you had absolutely no idea how to do a year ago. And I've realized that if I want more out of this life, I have to be willing to become more. That means learning things I don't know, taking risks, trying things that might not work, and being willing to become a beginner over and over again. Because sometimes you look back at yourself a year ago and you think, why didn't I know this then? But that work wasn't wasted. I was the work. And everything I was learning then was preparing me for what I'm able to do now. And I think that's where I am in this journey right now. I'm trying to think bigger, learn more, and become the person who can actually build the things I keep imagining. And speaking of building, I got one more Rosalie quilted today, which means I only have 2 more to go. I'm going to keep working on this and getting these last 2 finished. And when I come back in the next video, I'll show you what I decided for on the boxes, the certificate of authenticity, and the dust bags. Then I still have all the linings to cut, the hardware to prepare. And once all of that is ready, we can finally start putting these bags together. So if you're on this journey too, keep learning, keep growing, and squeeze everything you can out of this life. It's yours, so build something beautiful with it.